Alright, for this sponge cake, we're just going to be using eggs, sugar, and flour. Yes, the most economical cake you can ever think of. No oil, no butter, no baking powder. So how do we do that? I'm just going to measure the eggs in a bit. It's 200 grams. Just make sure the egg measured up to 200 grams, or use big eggs like 3. So if it's not that big, then it will be around 4 eggs. How that works. Each egg here measure around 47 grams. 47 grams, that's what I have for my egg size, each of them. So which means I'll be using about 4 of my own size of eggs. So it depends on the size you're using. Avoid any cracks into your egg. So I have 212 grams of eggs and it's just fine for me. You can take away if you want to. It's okay. So we go to the mixing of the eggs. Alright, so we'll start mixing. Remember, it's 212 grams of eggs I have here. It should be 200, so more or less of 200 grams of eggs. I use 4 eggs in total. If your eggs are big, just use 3 big eggs. I have 100 grams of sugar, 100 grams of flour. So let's make this cake right now. What do is to pour our sugar into the eggs. Then we start whisking. You know, the whisking is what takes a lot of time, so you need to be patient here to whip your eggs, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is probably bring the camera close so you see how the egg increases or changes and increases in volume. You want to start on low speed and make sure that everything is combined. Now I'm going to increase the speed. This stage we are ready to move. Now it's time to introduce your flour into this mixture. So I'm just going to pour the 100 grams of flour, sieve it inside. You can decide to do it gradually. The truth is the flour is not much, so I'm going at a time. Okay. So if you are afraid of folding, I would advise you, honestly, please add the flour very little and flake the eggs. So don't pour at the time for you. If you are doing this probably for the first time or you are not really used to eggs or whipping eggs, so please just go gradually. Alright, so this is ready actually. You can just pour in your baking pan. I've already lined the base. I've lined the base and the side of the pan. So if at all you just want a plain cake, then it's time to just pour directly. But I'll be honest with you, I need this flavor. So I'm going to add it right away. Vanilla flavor, any other flavor that you like. And hold it in. Okay, so you can as well put salt in your flour just before you mix in. Just very tiny bits of salt. That will help to balance the taste and it helps with flavor of your cake. So anytime you're baking, you to consider putting the salt. Okay, so you can see the pattern now. Sorry. Alright, the cake is ready, so we're going to release it from the pan.